Hey, Tom Purvis back with you on Inside the Vandals. I'm joined now by women's basketball coach John Newley. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
You guys are 6 games into WAC play now, 6-0, which we'll get to that in a minute. But I wanted to focus on the non-conference slate for a minute here. You guys were 7-7, almost beat top 25 teams Cal and Gonzaga. Did your team, would you say they accomplished what you were hoping for during the non-conference slate?
Well, I thought we got a lot better, which is what we wanted to accomplish. We didn't get the wins we wanted to, so I think in that part we didn't get what we needed to. You know, I really felt like we could beat the Zags, beat Cal, and USD got ranked 24th after we had played them, and went on a 15-game winning streak. So, I think it was good for us, and we did, like I said, get better as it went along, and it certainly has helped us in the conference.
Now, looking at that those non-conference games you guys played, how would you say your team grew during that stretch?
Well, we're playing bigger teams like Cal, very athletic teams like Cal. The Zags are huge inside, very well coached. Cal is a different animal, USD, a different type, long at every position. So I think we saw every type of team that we're going to be seeing, and I think it really has helped because we've seen a few athletic teams in the WAC already so far, and teams with some size. And I think we can reference back to how we played Cal, how we played the Zags, how we played USD, and make us better as we go along.
Is there a game during that non-conference slate that most stands out to you, maybe you were most impressed by?
I think the Cal game, they were so big inside and so athletic at the guard spot, and really it's a game we gave away. We took some bad shots down the stretch, had our chances to win the game, threw it away on the last possession, and I think that showed us just how good we could really be.
Totally. Now, moving to conference play, from non-conference to conference play, what changes, if anything?
Well, I think what changes, you're a little more familiar, in the WAC it's a little rough with all the new teams, but I think, seeing the Seattles and the New Mexico States and stuff, I think, we kind of know what's going to be happening. We have more film on the teams that we're going to be playing too, so I think we can get a better scouting report. I think we can, prepare better for the WAC opponents, so I think that'll be a big difference for us.
Now, since conference play has begun, you guys are averaging over 85 a game, shooting over 50%, holding opponents to 30% from the field. How do you explain these immense numbers you guys are putting up right now?
I don't know if I want to explain it. I want to just keep going.
Keep it a secret.
But I think a lot of it has to do with coming back home, being able to practice and get in here and get a lot of extra shots up as far as the shooting, but also our shot selection has improved so much since the preseason. We were just taking some bad shots and a lot of them. Early on. Now I think everybody's more confident in their role. They know what a good shot is, what a bad shot is, and we're executing offensively, great right now. And defensively, we've really focused in, I think, and done a great job of getting the scouting report and getting the defensive plan and implementing that.
After the Gonzaga game, you said you wanted to also see more physical play, better rebounding by your team. How's that gone?
It's gone well. Having Allie here on a regular basis certainly helped that right away. But I think our guards have really done a great job of getting in and rebounding. Christina has done a great job of getting on the glass. Stacy always has been a good rebounder, but Connie's rebounding well now. I think Brooke Riley has come in and really helped us on the glass as well. And Addie's doing a good job on the glass. So I think our guards have really helped in that regard.
That's true, and amazingly, Stacy, 5'8", she leads the team in rebounding. That's amazing. Now, you guys are ranked 26th in the nation in field goal percentage defense. That's awesome. What are the reasons you would say your defense has been such a strength for you guys this year?
Well, I think Jordan Green and Krista Sanford do a great job with the scouts. I think they have our team as prepared as they could possibly be from a defensive standpoint. That's their job. They trade off the scouts, and they do a great job of conveying that information to our players. But our players, to their credit, also do a great job of processing that and producing that on the floor. And I think that's a big, huge difference. Our players are smart, and they got the right information, they get it, and they go out and do it right. And that's what's been happening so far.
Now, Coach, you can't hide the numbers. You guys are 6-0 in conference. It's to that point where fans are starting to daydream about mid-March. You guys obviously aren't there yet. What's the fine line between being happy about the great start and realizing there's still a lot of work to be done?
Well, it is a fine line, and we talk about it, and we'll be constantly talking about it with our team of, it's early. I mean, we haven't even finished the first round of WAC play yet.
Right.
And, it's great that we're off to this great start, but, it's how you finish that counts. And that's what I keep harping on and preaching to them is, we still want to be playing our best basketball in March. And right now, as good as we've been playing so far, I still think we can play better. I think we can defend better. I think we can, offensively, we still got a ways to go. So, that's the good news for us right now. And hopefully we can keep working hard and get to where we want to be.
You heard them. They still haven't peaked, which that's a scary thing. Now, how would you say the players are handling this historic start mentally?
I think great. We talked about it before the game where we want to defend home floor. We want to go on the road and try to get sweeps. And I said, it's a cliche, but it is a game at a time. And we can't look ahead, and I think you look at the teams that are getting beat behind us. Seattle's picked to win it. They're getting upset on the road. And so I think it keeps our players grounded, and know that any night anybody can beat anybody in this league because there's a lot of parity in this league. We're off to a great start, but again, we still got to play everybody again, and we haven't even played Grand Canyon or Seattle yet.
Right, and they're coming up. Now, has it surprised you at all? Any surprise for you?
It's not a surprise to me. This is the way I wanted to go, and I think I thought with the hard work and preparation and focus, we could be where we're at right now. By the same token, like you said, the danger is, going, oh, good, now it's over, and it's not. And that's what we have to focus on is continuing to just go, practice, focus, and take it a day at a time.
Now, last season, you guys were the dark horse, kind of surprised everyone, of course, except for yourselves, by running the table in the WAC tournament. How different is it this year? Because you guys are basically, you were picked second in the media coaches poll, but in a way, you won the tournament, you're considered the favorite. How different is that?
Oh, it's much different, and we've had a lot of discussions with that on the team of, hey, we got the target on our back, and we do. And, we really saw that with the Texas Pan Am game, I think, here at home, is those guys came out and really stuck it to us in the first half, and I thought we really did a great job. And I said, look, everybody's going to be bringing their A game when they play us. We have the big target, and we have got to respond to that. And I think our players really, after halftime, thought about it and really understand now that people are going to be after us, and we're not surprising anybody. But by the same token, that's good for us, and it should give us confidence to know that we can do it again, and here we are.
Now, Coach, looking ahead here for a minute, this week it's Grand Canyon. They had the best, coming into conference, they had the best non-conference record. And then 9 days later at Seattle U, obviously probably a game you have circled on the calendar a little bit. How important are these next two games?
Well, these games are huge. Right now, they're the two best teams besides us, I think, in the WAC. Grand Canyon's getting the mid-major votes, in the top 20, and well-deserved. They've played extremely well. Seattle, of course, we all know what they are. They're all back. We're all back. That'll be a huge game in Seattle for us. But Grand Canyon's a big game for us. They're extremely talented. They've beaten a lot of good teams. They lost to UCLA by 2. A lot of talent in Grand Canyon, and it'll be a good benchmark to see where we're really at, I think, come Thursday.
And finally, Coach, just 2 games in the next 2 weeks. Is the time off a good thing? Are you worried about rust at all?
No, because we get the game on Thursday, and then I think there's danger going into the Seattle game maybe with a longer break between that. But our players have handled longer breaks pretty well, I think, save after Christmas coming back at Texas. So I think it's something we'll talk about. We'll get our schedule going and get them comfortable with that, and I think we'll be ready to go.
He's Coach John Newley. His Vandals are 6-0 in conference play. Coach, we'll see you next week. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, Tom.
So, Joey, you hear a lot of excitement surrounding the women's basketball program, but keep your fingers crossed because it's all for naught. If this team isn't winning the WAC conference tournament, 6-0 in conference doesn't really matter. And, of course, for the men, hopefully we'll see an uptick in the way they're playing.
Yeah, let's hope that the women can continue their streak in conference play and the men's team can start a streak of their own.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us on Inside the Vandals. We'll be here again next week.
Yeah, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And for Tom Purvis, I'm Joey Jenkins. We'll see you next week when Inside the Idaho Vandals returns.